So,
Ta-ta.
I was going out with my first boyfriend, Anthony.
I love not being able to see anyone.
And, first of all, his mindset was girls don't fart, girls don't poop, anything like that.
Same with every other guy. Go on.
Okay. So, we had like this whole day planned. And we went to the Palisades Mall and watched a movie and all that shit. And then I had Cinnabon. And we were by my dad's house.
Never a good time.
Never a good start.
And then we were at my dad's house. So we stopped at my grandma's and we had lunch at my grandma's. And when you have lunch at your grandma's, you immediately just go shit. And since my boyfriend was there, I couldn't do that because he said girls don't poop. And I was like, fuck, I guess I don't poop right now. So I was still...
You should have, like, ran next door to your dad's house.
I know. So I was still all clogged up from Cinnabon and then lunch. So I was in the car. We were driving back home. And I was like, listen, because I usually have stomach pains for some reason. So I was like, listen, my stomach hurts. So I'm reclining all the way and I have the windows down. So I was laying in the car, and he thought it was just like my bad stomach, and he was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, it's just my stomach." And I was like,
"It's like oh."
So we get to his mom's apartment because we were in her car, and he needed to switch cars. So he was like, "Want to go in and hang out?" And I was like, "I guess." Okay. So we went in and we hung out, and I was like, "Babe, my stomach is like killing me," and he's like, "Okay, well, whatever." And I was like feeling something. I was like, oh. It was like fucking bubble butt. So I was like, listen, when I say we gotta go, we gotta go. He was like, all right, yeah. And then I didn't even give it like 2 fucking seconds. I was like, we gotta go. Like, so he was like, all right, you just wait in the car. And I was like, okay, fuck. So I'm running to the car and I'm like...
I would have driven the car to a bathroom. Like, just taking that shit.
Like, I was running to the car and I was like, do you think you can wait until you get home? Like, it's a half an hour drive. So I'm in the car and I'm sitting there and I have the car started. And I'm like freaking out.
Oh my god! How long did you have to sit in that car?
A few minutes.
Oh.
He had to run to his mom's car to get something. So I'm standing in the car and I'm like, oh my fucking god. And as he's like running, I'm rolling down the window, I'm like cranking it. And I'm like, please hurry! He's running from his mom's car back to his mom. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. And then I just fucking let go. And I was like, I was like, there's no fucking way you're shitting your pants in your boyfriend's truck right now. And I was like, oh my god. So I was like, I would.
I look so in your head.
Especially how we girls don't.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw it in the toilet, it's like, okay, I guess. But, like,
no.
You shit your pants?
Yeah, so as I'm running up to the apartment, I'm fucking waddling, holding my ass. He's hugging his mother goodbye, loving each other. They don't see each other all week because they just got divorced. Like, it's sentimental shit. And I run up to him and I was like, please don't make fun of me. I have to go to the bathroom when it's number 2. And he's like, okay, go inside. So it's a small fucking apartment.
Okay, it's not a problem. Let's go to the bathroom.
It's a small fucking apartment. So it's like the bathroom's here, and then the door, and then the fucking kitchen. And they were in the kitchen having the quietest, most serious conversation.
Of course, ToniAnne's waddling.
And I'm in the bathroom, blowing that shit up, scooping this shit
Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus.
Freezing my underwear. Wiping every part of my ass because there's shit.
Did this kid ever find out? Did you ever tell him?
Yeah, and then I walk out and they're hugging and she's crying. And I'm like,
oh.
Wait,
did his family find out?
I hope not.
You referred to as the brother shit her pants.
How did he find out? He smelled it or you told him?
Oh, I told him months later. Oh. And I told my best friend, and now they're dating. So, like, my biggest fear is them talking about it. I'm like, yo, you remember when Tony had shit in your car?
We're talking about right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Friends, like,
So that's that.
So it was, I think I was in high school. Yeah. Was it high school? So I was in high school and Brianne was at the house and it was me and my mom and my sister. We were eating dinner and we were in the living room and we were all like scattered around and we were eating steak. And I was like being an asshole and like if you sat on my couch, you could see down the hallway into the farthest bedroom. So I was like getting up and I was still chewing and I was like doing something like being an idiot and I started choking on the steak. So I was like, Like I couldn't breathe, and I was like, and you get like that, and you're like, oh shit, I'm choking, like you start panicking, you don't know what to do. So I was like, holy fucking shit, like I was like, and like giving like signs of like panic on my face, like maybe they would get it, like. So my mom was like, oh, this fucking asshole, here she goes again, fucking, yeah, good job, Danielle, you fucking, and I was like,
I thought she was kidding at first too.
yeah, so then my sister comes over and she's like, oh my god, she's choking! Like, instead of doing anything, she just screams in my face that I'm choking, and she's like, she's choking! What are we gonna do? And I was like, so my mom comes over and she's like pissed at me. Fucking pissed.
Because you're
like, I did it on purpose.
She was slowly getting lower to
so
the
like
ground.
I started standing and I was like, I couldn't breathe. Like, it was horrible. And so my mom still thinks I'm kidding and thinks I'm like putting on an act because my friend's there, you know? So she started taking my back and calling me an asshole. And she's like, you're a fucking asshole. I was like, I'm like, can't breathe. I'm getting the shit beat out of me. I'm turning purple. Not a good day.
Oh my
so
God.
finally she hits me and I think I either swallowed it or spit it out. But I was like on my hands and knees, like, and it was like the worst experience of my life. Like, it was so bad, but I think she still like walked away and was like pissed at me, like, oh, you.
This is why you can't joke around people. You always joke around. Bad shit's happening to you.
No more joking around.
Yeah, no one takes you seriously.
That was horrible. I don't even think she knows I like tell that story. I should let her know.
Okay, so my friend ToniAnne had, not this ToniAnne, guys, not this one.
Yeah, get in your space.
My friend ToniAnne had like an 83-year-old grandma. It was like this little delicate thing where we're like, oh, okay. And we needed somewhere to drink and smoke. And we were bigger smokers then, so we were like, oh, we really need to smoke. We need someone that's dumb, that won't know what's going on. We want to make pot brownies, like, that's what we wanted to do. Okay. ToniAnne's like, alright, we're gonna go to my grandma's house. She lives alone still, she doesn't know what's going on, she shouldn't live alone, but whatever. So we're like, we'll cook them in there, if she says anything, we'll just be like, no. Alright, so we go to the house, we start like chilling with her, we bought her a bottle of wine to get her wasted, right? Which is not normal, first of all. So,
And how old are you?
Oh, we're like 17, 16.
Okay.
Like we couldn't cook brownies at our house, but like we could drink at our house, but you know, we wanted to do both. Okay. So she started to get wasted, right? And we're all sitting around the table. It was me, Jackie, ToniAnne, this girl Tyler, who's pregnant now.
Simon.
and her grandma. So we're drinking a little, and then we start cooking the brownies. Mm-hmm. And the grandma's starting to get a little wasted. She's like, "What's that smell?" And we're like, "Nothing, grandma. Nothing, whatever." So they're done. We put them on the table, right? And we're eating. You know, we're all like, you know, whatever. We're all playing cards with her grandma. Her grandma goes, "Can I have a brownie?" And like we're all like looked at each other, we're like, what do we say? Like you can't say no. We're using your house. No, you can't have a brownie. Like, well, you have to say yes. So I looked at ToniAnne because I was not gonna make the final call on this. No, I was like, it's not my grandma. I was like, Tone,
you want to get your grandma high? It's all on you.
Like, Tone, what do you think? Like this big, like she has no idea. Like what it looked like to her. We were all like looking at each other. Like, ToniAnne, it's your final decision. Like, so she's like, go ahead. So now we're high though. So I'm like, oh my god, this is it. She's gonna die. This is it, right? So she starts eating it, literally slow motion as she ate it. Like,
and you're all like looking at her like.
I was like, oh my god. She's eating, she's chomping away, she starts laughing, like 5 minutes. And she's wasted too, by the way. She's like almost done with that wine bottle. So I'm like, this little skinny 83-year-old is wasted and high right now. I'm like, oh my god. And then she started getting mean. She's so nice. But she started like, we were like playing cards, and she was like, you're not playing it right. Hey, hands on the table. We're like, okay.
Oh my god, don't give her weed again.
Yeah, and then that was it. Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
and fucking the light turns green and cars are honking at me and people are jumping over me.